let's suppose I'm a first-time home buyer and I'm buying it to live in it.
Yeah.
So let's focus specifically on that buyer.
Yeah.
How do you help that buyer determine how much house they can afford? Or let's just talk within that tight scope.
This is Las Vegas Real Estate Now with local real estate expert Harvey Blankfeld.
Right. So, I mean, in this...
Is there a ratio of income? Is there...
Yeah, I mean, I'll give you that insider scoop.
Okay.
The general answer I give people about this is the mortgage wants you to make at least double whatever your credit-related bills are going to be.
Okay.
So the new house payment, car payments, student loans, credit cards, all that kind of stuff, if you're making at least double that,
right,
you're in the game in the conversation.
Okay.
Some programs have more flexibility, some have less, but that's a close ballpark and an easy one for human beings to understand.
There you go. Okay, that's kind of and that's a very rough number. Depends.
Yeah.
There's so many other variables, but at least to get an idea just from that simple little formula. Okay,
right.
I currently have, I pay $200 a month in credit card. I pay $750 in my car payment, and that's really my debt now. So if I add my mortgage payment to that, and that's $2,500, I need to be making at least $6,500 a month.
That's the exact idea.
Okay.
That's right. And part of this conversation is in your specific scenario, you talked about a first-time home buyer doing this.
Right.
The reality of these conversations for me is very much, it's very frequent for that person that I'm talking to not even know the right budget for themselves.
Right.
They're looking for me to tell them the answer, right? And tell them, yes, this is going to work out okay, or no, this is not. And that's a very awkward position for me to be in. I don't know what's right or wrong for you based upon how you live your life. And so the tip that I give people that I think is really, really helpful is this. Let's say you decide that the number is going to be $2,000 a month is what you can afford in a house payment.
Right.
Start living as if you have that $2,000 a month right now.
I love that.
And see how your life has to change.
Yep.
Can you still pay your bills?
Right.
Can you save that money that you're not spending right now and leave it untouched? If you find yourself touching part of that $2,000 a month, it's the wrong answer for you.
Right.
You haven't made the changes yet, right?
Right.
But this is a way, especially for people, I'm living with family, I've never rented anywhere, I don't know what I can afford. This helps you to figure out that answer.
I think that's
Are you ready for it or not?
My son Ethan's talking about buying a car, and he's like he owns his car. He's owned his car. We helped him buy a car a long time ago. He owns the car. He's never had a car payment. So now he's trying to figure out what kind of a car payment. And I said exactly the same thing to him, John.
Yeah.
I said, hey, Ethan, here's what you do: put away what you think you can afford every month for the next 6 months.
Yeah.
And as long as as long as that doesn't affect your livability and all your other expenses, then that's what you can afford. And oh, by the way, you just set aside 6 months to put the payments already.
How great is that?
Yeah, that's just a brilliant idea. Yeah.
And then, for me, the reality is if you find yourself cheating, if you're touching it,
right,
you either haven't made the sacrifices or it's just too much.
Or cut back on the Starbucks. Come on, man. You know.
You can skip a dinner out, whatever the case is. But the reality is in our world, asking somebody to make those kind of sacrifices, I can't want it for you. I can't want it more than you want it.
That's right.
Only
ultimately, maybe you're trying to fool yourself into believing you can afford something.
Agreed.
But then when you come to the point of actually having to write that check every month, you realize the impact it has on your life.
Sure.
And maybe it means you can't go out to dinner twice a week. You can only do it once a week. And so maybe you have to change your lifestyle habits and try to save money elsewhere to do it.
Right.
But I would venture to say that's worth it. Try it. Get that
Agreed.
first one done, because it's just so
hard
important.
when you come to me and say, I'd like to buy a house tomorrow. Well, I don't have time for you to test things out necessarily.
That's right.
But if you're being really wise about it, you're doing it well in advance, you're making your plans, you're figuring it out, and then there is time to do it.
And that's a great example of the kind of thing that people are going to hear when they meet with us on April 30th,
Sure.
is it not? It's the kind of thing we're going to talk about at our Smart Homebuyer Seminar. So if you guys are thinking about it, I want you to sign up for it. I know that we've got a lot of people telling me they're coming, but I don't think as many people are coming or have signed up. So if you're thinking about coming on April 30th at 5:30, it's going to be here at our office in Summerlin. Please go to our website, LV Real Estate Radio, sign up for it so that we know you're coming. So we have an idea how much food to get.